I am going to change my life in 6 months. So let's talk about it. I've seen other authors on this platform do a similar challenge, and so I have been inspired to toss my hat into the ring, so to speak. Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and an indie romance author. Welcome back. And if you're new here, then welcome. I have slowly been working towards this for years, right? Writing my books, trying to build social media platforms, telling the stories I want to read, and making content that I am really proud of. But I have really let self doubt and imposter syndrome take up too much space in my brain. And so I feel like it's sort of now or never ish for me. So I've made a big decision to give myself 6 months to go all in. What's the worst that can happen, right? I often say that to my children. So my number one goal is to become a full time author. And I can't do that if I never publish the freaking books. So before the end of the year, I will publish two out of my 3 book contemporary romance series. It takes place in a coastal town called Hudson Harbor. The first book that will be published features high school sweethearts who are taking a stab at a second chance romance. And the second book is a swoony, sexy, reverse age gap, rock star, widow romance. And I am super excited to get them out in the world and have you read them and fall in love with the characters like I have. I am going to hold myself accountable with daily writing sessions and chapter by chapter progress updates on my Instagram and my TikTok, and posting regular author content here and on my blog. I want to bring you along for the entire journey from draft to paperback. My next goal is to grow my social media and YouTube channels. You may not know this, but I have 3 channels here on the YouTubes. The first one is this one. The second one is a planner channel called Courtney Ray, where I get to geek out over all things paper. And I just launched a third channel called Courting Whimsy. It's a lifestyle channel that features blogs. I get to talk about style and thrifting and really focus on what it's like to be middle aged and sort of starting this whole new chapter, no pun intended, in my life. So I want to create content that I love and that I'm proud of. Grow this channel and my new channel to 1,000-ish subscribers, which sounds very daunting right now, and to really create an active and engaged community in both of those spaces. My next 6 months aren't just about being super productive and hustling. It's also about resting and healing. In the last 5 years, I have lost both of my parents and a sibling, and sometimes that grief feels like it is going to swallow me whole. And I know everyone says that grief is not linear, and it really isn't. Some weeks I'm fine, and then it will just hit me how much I miss my parents, or I can hear my mom's voice so clearly, or the way my dad laughed, or remember something that my brother said to me. So I really want to prioritize not running from those feelings, but also finding a healthy way to process all of it, or find a healthy way to continue processing all of it, I guess is a better way to say that. I'm also making it a point to prioritize movement and exercise, which is something I don't really love exercise, but it is something you need to be mindful of as you get older. I just don't want to have like any brittle bones, arthritis, osteoporosis, any of that. So I really need to remember to kind of move my body. And then I'm also interested in cultivating a spiritual practice that resonates who I am right now. I grew up in a religious family. My father was a Baptist minister, and I have really been deconstructing a lot of that in the last decade or so. But I really think that I have come to a point where I want to develop a practice that kind of speaks to me and what my beliefs are, and the person that I am now. So I'm going to be working on that these next 6 months as well. This challenge is personal, obviously, but it's also an invitation. So if you've been contemplating a reset or a pivot or some big change in your life, maybe this is your sign. I'll be sharing check-ins, vlogs, monthly wrap-ups, and really honest reflections on what's working, what isn't working, why I think it isn't working. So please subscribe if you want to follow me on this journey. And if you're undertaking a similar challenge, I want to cheer you on too. So let me know in the comment what big goal you are setting for yourself to achieve in the second half of 2025. That's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.